What if I told you that a private equity firm, the kind of company that usually works behind the scenes, is now stepping into the spotlight, going public for the very first time in India? Sounds unusual, right? But it's happening, and it's going to change the way India thinks about investing forever. Hello everyone, my name is Sankalp Barote, and welcome to my channel Statecraft Weekly by Sankalp. And as usual, here we simplify big business and geopolitics. So, what is Gaja Capital and why are they making headlines? Gaja Capital is a private equity firm founded in 2004 by three IIT grads Gopal Jain, Ranjit Shah, and Imran Jafar. Gaja started as a boutique investment firm out of Mumbai. Over 2 decades, they backed India's education, financial services, and consumer sectors. But here's the kick, they are now the first standalone private equity firm in India going public. This isn't just another IPO, it's a new chapter in India's investment playbook. Now, how are they doing it? Not by shouting from the rooftops. On June 30, 2025, they quietly filed what's called a confidential draft with SEBI. This relatively new method lets companies submit all the IPO details privately, get regulatory feedback behind closed doors, and only go public when the market conditions are just right. Think of it as sending your final exam paper to your professor for a sneak peek before submitting it officially. Smart and strategic, right? But before making the big leap, they did something smarter. They raised 125 crore in a pre-IPO round from big leagues investors like HDFC, SBI Life, and Jagdish Master. They not only boosted their valuation to 1,625 crore, but also showed the world that big players believe in them. Pre-IPO rounds aren't just about money; they are a credibility badge and a warm-up lap before the main race. A subtle but crucial move. Gaja didn't just stay a private company waiting to list in January 2025. They restructured into a public limited company, officially becoming Gaja Alternative Asset Management Limited. But why is this important? Because unlike any other private equity firm that operate like advisory partnerships, Gaja has always been a company, which means they have been creating profits, collecting management fee, and preparing for this exact kind of big leap for years. It's like they were built for this moment. And yet, behind every bold move, there's a strong leadership. Leading Gaja's IPO journey is UK Sinha. Yes, a former SEBI chairman, now their board chair. The founders are still actively leading the firm, plus the board includes experts from every field regulation, finance, governance, and everything you say it. In short, they are not just aiming to go public, they are making sure they do it right. Numbers speak louder than plans. Over 21 years, Gaja deployed 500 million across 24 companies with success stories like RBL Bank, where they timed the market with three separate entries and exits. Then there's Team Lead, a staffing company they backed early and exited with a 10x return, or Johnson Distilleries exited with a 4x gains. And what's the bottom line? Gaja knows how to spot a winner and bake it for the long haul. But it's not just about the past glory. In 24-25, Gaja has stayed hungry. They backed Egos, an egg brand that grew 70% in just 1 year. They invested in Ember, a housing platform serving students across 7 countries. And now they co-invested 8,800 crore into Weavers, a new home finance firm run by former HDFC executives. These aren't random bets, mind you. They are focused, scalable, and high opportunity bets. So, what's the plan costing? What's the plan post listing? Gaja aims to raise 500 to 600 crore through a fresh issue with JM Financial and IIFL Securities as their merchant bankers. And here's the real game plan. They use that capital to seed new funds, expand into global markets, diversifying strategies, amplify their distribution reach, and just think of it as a turbocharging their growth engine, not just cashing out. Now, let's zoom out a little bit and you will see the big opportunity. India's alternative investment market is worth 13.5 lakh crore and it's growing at 31 to 33% CAGR till 2030. Yet, it's only 4% of GDP compared to 10% in developed countries. Translation? Well, massive untapped potential. And by going public, Gaja gets permanent capital, credibility, flexibility, and a strong edge in hiring top tier talent. It's like they are unlocking a new cheat code in India's private equity game. This move isn't just about one company, it's about the future of India's financial ecosystem. Gaja's IPO is a blueprint for private equity firms, for investors, and for policymakers. It sets the benchmark for governance, listing strategy, and long term thinking. With a strong track record, seasoned leadership, and a future ready mindset, Gaja Capital isn't just making a history, they are quietly shaping the next chapter of India's capital market. If you have enjoyed this breakdown and want much more such insights from India's evolving business and policy world, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to watch TikTok weekly. And let me know in the comments which are other sectors or any other news with regards to geopolitics or business strategy you want me to cover. Keep questioning and keep reading with insight. Thank you very much.